So this is a first. I decided to film on my MacBook because currently my iPhone is charging for my last long run before my half marathon, which is kind of what this video is about. It's also going to be about me kind of my thoughts on it, what I'm kind of doing to prepare for it, and a little bit of my reflection on the 30-day Tone It Up challenge. So first things first, my race is literally, you're seeing this the day I'm filming it, my race is literally less than a week away, and I would be lying to you if I didn't say I was nervous about it. I'm literally 50% nervous, as in like I don't want to fail, and I'm 50% like so excited because deep down I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Looking at my recent history and not being where I wanted to be originally, that is where all my nervousness is coming from. That and my stomach's been literally all over the place the last couple of days. So anyway, but I did look up something this morning and yesterday, different tips and things and I wrote them out and listed them on this piece of paper for me to look at for the next couple of days. Things to kind of help with nervousness for races. Focus on what you can control. You can control your sleep, your nutrition, what you're eating, your hydration, drinking lots of water, which I've actually been really bad about. That said, also healthy habits going kind of along with all of those. You can't control the weather, you can't control, what you're going to be feeling at that very moment during the race, so why worry about it? There's no point in worrying about that. All you can do is prepare for the worst and just control on what you can do, like I listed. They also suggested doing yoga to de-stress and try to relax. Literally, this is the last day I'm going to be running for a long period of time. I do have 2 more runs that I'm doing on Halloween on Wednesday, and then another one on Friday, and other than that, I'm not going to be doing any running. I do have work 2 days this week, but I'm going to try and just stretch my body out, and maybe go for walks and stuff, maybe like no longer than like a mile, maybe 2 if it's like a power walk or something, because I don't want to damage my legs. I don't want to overwork my legs. Also, remind yourself of your hard work. I will get into that a little bit when I talk about my Tone It Up 31-day challenge, but like I literally, to think about it, I've started training for this half marathon like months ago, like early summer. And like before today, I had like the longest that I had ever ran was like a 5K. It was 3 miles. That was so far, maybe 3.5 miles. It's the longest I'd ever run. As of today, I've ran at least, I think it's like 9 miles. The longest I've ran is 9 miles. So like that is quite impressive. That's more than a 10K. And that's something to be proud of, and that's something that I have to remind myself that I was able to do that. And even with those runs, and even with because I ran a couple of days ago outside actually, and it was the first time I'd ever worked out in the cold weather, because it was actually rather cold. It's the first real cold day that we've had in Florida in a long time, and it was very windy and early in the morning, and I was struggling through it. I was struggling. I took a ton of breaks, but even with that, I've done the best time that I have had in quite a few months. Even through, me working hard and really struggling, like I was still able to complete, what I wanted to run in a really good time. And that is something that I have to remember, that I need to trust myself that my body can do this. I'm not looking for best time. I'm not looking, to be one of the first to beat the race. I'm just looking to finish the race and have a good time. And I know that I can do that, and I just have to trust myself that I can do that. I also have to remember I'm not alone. Everyone, I'm sure there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people right this second who are super nervous about this weekend, about running the Wine and Dine 5K or 10K, and also the half marathon. So it's not like I'm the only one that's worried about this race. We're all in this together. We're all going to have a great time, just like we always do. And I just need to remember that. And of course, my race plan. A lot of this I'm going to really do this weekend, because I don't really want to think about it. Well, I'm thinking about it, of course, today, but I don't want to think about it again until this weekend, when I have the time off because I want to focus on, like, distract myself on Halloween and other things. But like reviewing the map, they're going to have a huge map at the expo, and yes, I will be bringing you guys with me and filming. Planning snacks for during the race. Enjoy the race, pace yourself. My manager, I had a long talk with my manager who's done plenty of Disney runs, and he was saying that you need to enjoy yourself and pace yourself, or else what's the point? Break it up in your head, 3 miles at a time, ring reach at 6 miles, and then 9 miles, and then by the time you know it, you're done. And then take breaks, like there's meet and greets around the race for a reason, So anyway, that is that. I'm kind of rushing through this because I have a lot to go over, and I also have to power eat because I'm actually doing my last long run in like an hour and a half. Let's see, what should we go over next? Okay, what I'm wearing the day of. So I'm going to wear some shorts that have pockets in them. Those are my favorite shorts. If it is cold, like if it's like under 70 degrees the morning when I wake up, which is a huge possibility that may happen, I may wear these instead. I don't know. I may wear these under these and then just see what happens. And then I'm going to wear my Tone It Up Florida represents, because Tone It Up is what's been getting me through this year, and I just want to represent that. That, and maybe find a couple of other Tone It Up girls while I'm there. Of course, I'm gonna have a sports bra underneath this, but I may wear like one of these underneath that, depending on, again, how cold it is. When I ran and it was cold outside, I had a half marathon jacket that I wore. I could also wear that over. I've ran in cold weather before, but again, it was a 5K. This is the longest race I've ever done outside, so we will see. Also, I got this. I'm going to run with it today. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. The reason why is because I want to be able to refuel, and I have trained with specific drinks, and they said if you haven't trained with the energy jellies that they're going to pass out during the race, that you shouldn't use them because you don't know what they're going to do to your bodies. I don't like jelly beans to begin with. So this has this really cool thing, I can get it undone, where it has this little bottle holder. And basically this can sit in the front. I'm going to run with it behind me, so it's in my back. This is very, very adjustable. It's very comfortable. But I'm going to try running with a bottle that I'm going to sip throughout the race. I'm not going to chug or gulp or anything. But like I have it's body armor with a little bit of this antioxidant super tea, which does have a little bit of caffeine in it from green tea. This is going to be able to fuel me and power me up with vitamins and such, but it doesn't have a lot of carbs in it, so I was going to put a protein bar in this little zipper that I can kind of munch on slowly throughout the race. I am also going to, I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, I may just because, I got a new battery for my Pokemon Go Plus, which I'm going to wear on my Fitbit, so I can catch Pokemon along the way. I thought that might be something cool to get to do. I don't know if I'm actually going to go through with that or not because I don't want to lose that. But this is something that I'm going to run with today and see how that works, because I have a very picky stomach and I thought it would be best to just kind of use what I've been training with. Let me set this aside. My desk is like all over the place. Put this aside over here. That, and I haven't been really feeling well. My stomach's been like all over the place. I've been jittery. I don't know if it's because I've been sitting down for too long or what, but it's not been a good day this morning. That said, this is trash. I wanted to kind of go over, when I did this, I called it my Fall Frisky Challenge. But I put down one candy a day. I was very, very, very limited on my Halloween candy, and I can honestly say I've been really good about it. I actually barely even touched it. Typically the only time I ate Halloween candy was when I would bring it with me to work, and I would bring like one little piece. I've actually gave a lot of my Halloween candy away. We had a potluck recently, and I was able to get rid of all of it. Yoga and cardio every morning. I did this really well until I got sick. I would go to the gym, do yoga, do like a 20-minute workout, and then come home and maybe do the daily moves. I did that for like the first couple of weeks, and then after that, like, I got sick, and it's been really hard to get me out of bed. I've been really good about waking up at 6:30, but it's been really hard to get me out of bed before 7, which is fine. I've still been working out in the afternoons. My schedule can accommodate it, so it works. Pasta and cheese only once a week. Well, I've been good on the pasta. The cheese, I've been okay with the not eating too many carbs. Luckily, when you're training, you can eat a little more carbs. It's not like I'm not working it off. But Pilates and weights every day, that I haven't been doing. And I'm sad about that because I wanted to get rid of this, but it's fine. Me time and relaxing 10 minutes a day. I've actually been really good about relaxing, which I know, like, part of me is like, fitness challenge, but like, having me time and time to sit and relax and rest your brain is something that people with anxiety really need to do, and something that I really need to do. And so I'm glad that I've been able to do that. I think me getting sick for like a week and a half, and then having to calm myself down for the trip to Emily's wedding and everything, I think it was really good for me to have to stop and focus on myself, because all this means nothing if you're not taking care of your body, and your brain and your mind is a part of your body. Your brain and your mind can affect what's going on in your body so much. For example, I'm tired and I don't feel like running, but I'm going to do it anyway. Long run once a week. Again, I was very good about this. I ran up to a little over 9 miles, and then I got sick, but I've been trying to push myself and get myself back into it. The last long run that I did, which I think was last week, it was either just over 6 miles or 6.5 miles. I can't remember. So it's not like I'm behind. In bed by 9 p.m. every night. That, again, I can honestly say I've been really good about. I've been taking the ZzzQuil gummies for about a week or 2 weeks now, and works like a charm. They're melatonin gummies, and I absolutely love them. I've also started taking, I wish I got I think it's called Super Energy, but I got the Daily Energy instead. It's basically vitamin B gummies. I think that they've been helping. It might just be a placebo effect. I don't know. But yeah, I think this challenge has really taught me, and I also have to say Karina and Katrina from Tone It Up have made such an impact in this sense, especially because Karina is very much about mental health. Not that Katrina isn't, but like, one of her main focuses is that, and that's a big part of her testimony, and it has made such a big difference to me, like doing her meditations and stuff. That, and she's actually commented on quite a few of my relaxing posts, which makes me feel good. That's the fact that she takes time to comment on one of my posts, like, is the biggest, like, pat on the back ever. And the fact that it's for posts that talk about resting and not exercise means even more to me. That should be more of like showing me, like, see, this is what you should be focusing on. And then Katrina just had her baby, and she's, of course, hasn't lost the baby weight and everything, but she's still proud of herself and proud of her body. And that is something that has definitely, watching her sit back and take care of herself for her baby, has taught me so much about my body. Like, it doesn't matter about your weight. Like, I've been weighing myself all year trying to lose those extra 10 pounds, and become frustrated that I haven't gotten there. But like, I have gained muscle. I do feel stronger. I do feel healthier. My allergies have been bugging me, but that's just seasonal weather. It happens. But it shouldn't be about what your weight is or what the scale says. It should be how you feel. Are you stronger? Are you able to do more? And the answer to all of that is yes. And so with this race, my main thing is I have to trust myself. No, on like the numbers don't necessarily add up to me in my head, but I have to remember that my body is a heck of a lot stronger than I think it is, and that I don't really care to get a great time. I mean, if I do, that'd be awesome. But right now, I just want to finish the race, grab that medal, and say, oh my gosh, look what I did. Here comes the holiday season. I'm so ready for Christmas. It's not even funny. But like, that is reward enough to me, and I just have to remember that my body can do this. I've got my playlist set, which by the way, if you have any awesome running songs, please let me know in the comments below. I'm still adding and changing it up. I've literally got like my headbands and everything set aside, and my headphones are charged, and I'm ready to do this. I'm like, let's do this. And I can't wait to take you guys with me. I will be vlogging the ESPN Expo. I will be vlogging during the race. Won't be vlogging the entire time, of course, it's 3 hours, but I'm going to try and check in as much as I can, especially on Instagram. If I can find the link, I will put it down below where you can actually track me running. I don't know how many of you are actually going to be up at 5:30 in the morning to track me until my run ends around 9-ish. But there's also that. And yeah, check me out on Instagram because I check in every single day. And this is it, guys. This is it. My next race is going to be the Princess one, the 10K, and I'm very excited about that. And yeah, all right, nothing. We got this.